Hey, so today I'm going to show you my way, okay? All I can say is my way, how I stay healthy and not being sick for the last 7, almost to 8 years. Today is March 10th. By around July 15, it will be 8 year total that I have not been sick. Although twice during that 7.5 years, I had a little tiny one didn't even make it to the sore throat, just a little bit. The second time got to the sore throat, but it did not get to the fever stage. I stopped it. And as simple as right here, just 2 ingredients, baking soda and water. That's it. And no, I am not, first, I want to make a medical disclaimer. I am not endorsing anything. I am not telling you or anyone what to do. This is my personal journey. And this has been tested. And recently, my dad jumped on board with it. He had a little, he said that he's about to have a sore throat. So he asked me, because he knew that I've been drinking baking soda for all these years, anytime I'm about to get sick. So he finally jumped on board. And he used to say, oh, that's yucky, blah, blah, blah. But, hey. He finally jumped on board this week, so I am redoing this video. And he asked me how to do it, blah, blah, blah. And I asked him, is it really sore? And he said, it's a little bit sore. I can feel it. And I said, okay, you're going to have to go to a higher dosage because we don't know. And so that was 2 days ago. And I guess he stopped it because he didn't say anything that his throat being sore or anything. So I guess he stopped it. And here's the formula. And this is my formula, okay? Nobody else's. And if in case you're wondering about safety, if you research into bread, they actually put more in one loaf of bread than what I would drink. Okay? I'm going to tell you even further in this video. All you have to do is get this is a teaspoon. Okay? That's an average of a teaspoon. I use only 1/4 of it. 1/3 of it. Okay? And I put it in 16 ounces of water. I have the water here. And like I said, I'll even drink it for you on video. Okay? All I need is about this much. Not that much. Right there. That's a little bit more than 1/4. But since I'm not afraid of it, okay, mix it a little bit. Wait a little bit. Let it mix it together. Now, here's an important, crucial thing, okay? Please remember, very important and very crucial. You have to learn how to listen to your body, okay? Anytime when you go outside, anytime when you are like one of those people that have to be outside a lot, the weather is very crucial. And as far as I know, it is under 64 degrees. That's in Fahrenheit. 17.7 in Celsius. Okay? Anything below. Okay? Anything higher than that, I seem to be safe. But anything below 64 degrees, between 64 and 62 degree. I have not pinpointed that on that yet. I'm still testing on that mode to know exactly when these viruses actually attacking my throat, because I do take I have a dog and I do take him out. And anytime I take him out, sometimes I walk around the neighborhood and stuff, and sometimes I do feel a little tingling in my throat. So during this time here, because of all the things going around, I can't mention certain things on the video. I can only mention flu, and I can mention getting sick, and I can mention fevers. Yes, YouTube is suppressing all my videos. That's another story. But anyway, let's get back to here. So now, when I take my dog out, sometimes I would feel it. And that's when, but only in the winter. In the summer, we can get away with it because the temperature is high. But in the winter, sometimes he likes to walk around the neighborhood. Sometimes he likes to walk, So sometimes that's what he does. So I can't really stop him. And so I have to learn how to listen to my body, because I am in New Hampshire. It's really cold up here most of the time. Parallel to like Washington. And if you know about a virus right now, in Washington there's a lot of people, and that's because it's a lot colder. And so New Hampshire is pretty much parallel to that. So when I walk around the neighborhood, I listen to my body, and it's very crucial to listen to your body, okay? And anytime that happens, when I just feel it just a little bit, I just drink this. That's it. Okay, now it's being mixed, and I'll just take 2 gulps for you. Oh, before you do this, okay, before you drink this, first, you want to gargle out, okay? So what you do is you put your head up really high as you can, and gargle with it. I'll show you right now. Okay, gargle, but lift up your head as high as you can, and then stick your tongue in the center. That would open up your throat a little bit, so all that water will go around. You will have just a little bit afterward, and then just spit out. Then your next one, you would swallow it. Take a gulp, okay? And swallow stages. I usually do 3 stages. Take a little 1 gulp, and then swallow that. Take a little bit, swallow that, and take a little bit and swallow that. So it'll be 3. Now, if you know that you are getting sick, and if you know that your throat is really sore, take another one and do the same thing. Then just stop. Leave that around. For the next hour, you will try it again. For the next hour, you try it again. And you do that until you feel that it's no longer there. Okay? And that's the easiest and quickest thing that I have ever done in my entire life. And like I said, I actually have a video explaining up here. And it took me, this is a 7.5-year journey to listen to my body, learning how to listen to my body. Because someone told me that long ago, 7.5 years ago, say, try to learn how to listen to your body. And that's what I did. I said, how do you listen to your body? Well, you have to be aware of your body. And that's what I did. I started to be aware of my body. And that's how I started to realize certain things. And this was actually discovered by accident. It wasn't like someone told me about this. It was just an accident. And one day I did that. And then and also too, when you have a lot of mucus, this also takes the mucus. Somehow it dries the mucus. So if you drink a lot of this and tomorrow you can actually hack things out and it comes really dry. That's because it's drying out your throat. That's a natural way to dry out your throat. There is throughout history right now, and I will be the first person in the world to tell you, there is no way to dry your throat. Yes, you can. With this right here, it will dry your throat and the mucus. And guess what? If you have a lot of mucus and you're in the sick stage, you can drink this and it'll dry those mucus out. Especially when you have a cold. Anytime you have a cold and you want to dry that mucus out, this is your answer right here. And like I stated before, I state it again. No one have that at all in human history to tell you how to dry the mucus on your throat. Or when you have a fever and when you have a cold and you're sneezing out all this stuff. Well, I explained that in this video up here. Okay, so I want to make as short as I can about this video. And yes, I have drank that. I just did it the other day because my dad came by and he told me that maybe he's getting a cold. And then I said, uh-oh, I drank it too. And just a precaution. But I don't recommend that. Okay, please remember that. I don't recommend it. Do not abuse this. Okay, because I have not done enough research on that. So I'm asking you, and I'm telling you on the video, do not abuse it. Only when you feel that little scratchy on your throat. Okay, or when you get to the scratchy throat already. When you have a sore throat already. And if you don't feel like drinking it, gargle it. And then spit them out. But you have to get it to all the way down to almost down the bottom. Let's say if this is your throat. You have to get it all the way into the bottom here because that's where it hides. That's where it starts to multiply because it's the warmest part of your body. Your nose, beside the ear, and then underneath where your throat is. And that's why viruses and stuff attack there because that's how they be able to multiply. The key to this answer is that to kill that area, to dry out that area, and that's what this does. And like I stated, I'll state it one more time, there is nothing in the world, as far as I know, to dry out the throat. This does. Somehow, that's what that does. And like I stated, before I go, I have not been sick for over 7.5 years. By July 15 or so. I remember this well because my dad's birthday in July. And that's how the last time I got sick. Not sick, just to the scratchy throat. Like it was the second day. Second day into a cold. That's when you know that you will be on the sick. Like you'll be on a sick mode. Meaning you're about to go into the fever stage. It was the second day. But usually, as far as I see, before I go, as far as I see, the stages of flus, fever, or a cold, flu, or fever, it's about 4 days. Once you don't pass that stage, you go into about 12 days to 14 days, depending on the person. Yep, I know that much. I have actually watched how things work that much. So within the first 2 days, it's very crucial to have this here. And you have to, if anything further than that, then it's beyond a cold or a common cold or a fever, okay? Please remember that. Anything further than 4 days, do not keep drinking this, okay? I do not recommend that, okay? But this is only for me. This is my personal journey. I do not recommend anybody to drink this. This was my personal journey, and this is how I got rid of my cold and flus. And I have not been sick. And like I stated one more time, 7.5 years going on 8 years. Okay? And as simple as these two ingredients, baking soda and water. Anyway, other than that, that's about it on this video. And I hope someone should take into consideration. Maybe did do a little research into it, because that's how I did it. Other than that, that's about it on this video, and I will see you in the next video. Okay?